And welcome back to the Car Grumps, an irreverent show about cars and grumps. It happens every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And everybody should be here. I'm hoping that I'm streaming to the right places. It's like streaming. Everything seems in the green. So
good.
That means we got to talk to the guys at the table. What's up?
Yeah. I'm looking up. I'm Googling right now what irreverent means.
Irreverent.
Showing lack of respect for people or things that are generally taken seriously.
that nails it.
Seems completely accurate to me.
Oh my God. And you know what? I think I've looked up this word like 27 times.
What's
and that? Irreverent.
And?
I forget what it means every time.
Forget what it means.
Irreverent.
What's that mean?
What does it mean?
Shit. Hold on. Hang on, time out. It means
the whole show today
lack of respect for people or things that are generally taken seriously.
All right. Well, in that case, I think the next proper thing to
irreverent.
Do. Exactly.
Huh? What is the opposite of reverent?
Irreverent.
Irreverent?
Irreverent.
That's what I just looked
at.
Are
we irreverent?
We're a bunch of ignorant bastards.
No, not ignorant.
Oh,
irreverent.
Yeah, irreverent.
Yes,
sorry.
Ignorant something completely different.
I don't know.
On that note, let's introduce the guys to you today. As always, we have our boy Dozer Jay.
What's going on, everybody?
And then, of course, Red Mayor Phil.
I know. Look at this.
The lobster.
Oh shit! Look at
the
this.
one and only
Look at this
lobster.
Look at this tan. Look at that, dude.
Look at that! Wow!
You bastard! Ow! I'm just kidding.
All right,
I am burnt. I look like a lobster.
And the master of the ceremonies today is going to be myself, Primo. And this is what I do, so it's a little insane, but I hope you guys enjoy it. So I brought together the craziest of the crazies to come out and say hello to
Brooks?
you. And yeah, so let's see. What do you got here? So Brooks would like to know how many fucks today. Phil,
there's one.
No fucks given, but they shall be received.
We are retaining all F-bombs today.
I am not dropping one F-bomb today.
Oh, challenge accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Who believes that?
Did you hear about that?
Watch
takeover.
I did. I swore.
Primo swore, but yeah, you were. I felt like your comment was like the trajectory was aimed towards me. You like that big word?
Whatever you said?
Intertrajectory.
Shit.
Yes, that.
He was aiming at me. He was like, oh, how many F words is Phil going to say today? I just caught myself on that one. 13.
Yes. That's a good start.
No.
So getting rolling.
I don't think so.
How many Philly fucks?
Did you guys see the new cup I bought?
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a nice German cup. It's a BMW. They always leak, so yeah.
Did that come with a car?
I wish. Yeah, I'd take the car even with the leaks. So.
Really?
Yeah.
An old 7 Series like that?
My 330 was one of my favorites. I love the 740 when it ran. So yeah.
Hey, listen, them 740s, them things is nice. The late 90s.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. Yeah. Mine was it 2001?
Oh yeah. V8.
Silver City, what was it, 2001? I have a V8. My friend Jay has the V12, so yeah, we're doing pretty good.
They made a V12 7 Series?
750, yep. Long wheelbase, too, so there's a specific wheelbase one, there's an L, and then there's a long wheelbase on top of that.
All-wheel drive?
Hold on, wait, what?
No, I don't think so, yeah.
What? Hold on.
I said... Oh, sorry.
What? I heard long wheelbase and then longer wheelbase... The stupid 7?
Yes, she hates the 7. She thinks
why?
Because she hates it. She loved the S600, hated the BMW.
Oh. Are you bougie?
Bougie? Okay, can you look up bougie for me so I can get proper definition?
Whipping up dope in the Uzi.
Money guzzler for sure.
All right, what's how do you...
Yeah, that thing took up... I paid more fixing that car than I did for actually buying the car.
7 Series. So I got to go in my buddy Paul's 7 Series a few weeks back. We went to a little BMW meetup out in Warwick. And I didn't get to drive because I was filming, but the wife was driving. And yeah, I think it was pretty nice. I like it. He's got the Alpina wheels on there.
Oh, Alpina wheels are the best, yep.
Looks sharp.
Hey, honey, did you look up that thing about that car that was potentially a Maybach? Because we want to look that up too. So
Potentially a what?
it's potentially a Maybach in the area, so I was looking at it. And I don't know if it's a Maybach, and they're always closed when I drive by.
Or the
Verb, used without object, to dance energetically, especially to rock music. Slang, to go, often followed by what?
What?
What are
you
bougied on down.
Bougied on down the road. Is that
to the club?
Is that like
that's
Urban Dictionary or is
that's
that regular?
Boogie. Hold on.
Bougie is with a U.
Oh,
bougie.
yeah, bougie.
Yeah.
Bougie.
Bougie.
What does bougie mean? Bougie is hip-hop slang for something luxurious in lifestyle yet humble in character.
Bougie.
Influenced by the often interchanged with the slang bougie. Want more of the hottest words? No, is bougie a compliment?
Yes.
It can be.
On the other hand, bougie is not an insult.
Or you could be bougie, like if you
go.
drive by Dunkin' Donuts to go to Starbucks, you're bougie.
See, this is
bougie.
This is what happens when you let idiots create words. Like
us?
No.
Oh, you want to get funny? You go, dude. Look up alpha slang. Alpha slang. Yeah, that's what my son's onto now.
ALPHASLANG.
ALPHA. Yes,
Okay,
alpha.
good. So
Generation Alpha.
At least they spelled that right.
So we thought that we were in trouble with Gen Zs.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm looking up Generation Alpha.
I'm Gen X, right? And you guys
You're
are
Gen X.
What are you?
I'm Gen Z, I believe.
You sure?
Yep, millennial. Yep.
Oh, so you're a millennial. That does not equate.
It doesn't sound right, but
where's
a
the
lot of people
skinny
get it
jeans?
mixed up. A lot of people think like, if you're like I want to say it's like mid 80s to like early 2000s.
What's mid 80s?
When you were born.
Millennials.
Oh, millennials?
Yeah. Which is
I know.
you.
I'm so pissed that I'm stuck in the millennium.
You're not a Gen Z though. Gen Z.
I am a millennial with Gen Z traits.
No, I would say Gen X.
That
Actually,
does not
no.
look right.
I don't
That
know.
does not sound right.
We're all over the place.
Gen X is the ones that were crazy, ain't they? They were the ones that didn't put up with nobody's
That's me.
bullshit.
We're Gen X.
Gen Z is 97 to 2012.
What is it? 70s? What's the?
So,
what is it? Boomers and then me, right?
hi, Ma.
So we're Gen X. You're Gen Y.
No,
My Gen P.
No,
I gotta go pee all the time.
who's Gen X?
We're Gen X.
No,
You're
we're
Gen
millennials.
which is Gen X.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
And
See?
then you got Gen Z, who is
Gen X, 1965 to 1980. So what's 1981 to
Oh, shit.
96?
So
We're stuck in the. We're millennials.
so we're just millennials. Oh,
We're millennials.
Oh,
we
I'm
have
confused,
we have
so.
the stupidest, like our it's the stupidest name. Like, hey, what's up? What's up? I'm Gen X. What's up? I'm Gen Z.
Hey,
Hey
Gen
guys,
X.
I'm a millennial.
I'm
How you doing?
I know
Hello.
my son's generation is Alpha.
Yeah,
And
I
these
just
cocky little
I
bastards.
don't know. That sounds pretty nice.
They think they're running the world now.
Well, dude, let me tell
I
you
can
one
see
thing.
that,
Let me
yeah.
tell you one thing right now. If those kids, like your kids' generation, which is my stepkids' generation, my little brother and sister's generation, let me tell you, if they weren't so sucked up into YouTube and stuff like that, and actually use this thing and like look stuff up, you'd have kids ruling the world at 10 years old.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's some geniuses out there, and I feel like they do learn a lot of good from technology, but then you're also getting a lot of bad and a lot of negative.
a lot of yuccas. Yeah, just like AI is going to take over the world.
Eventually,
Slowly.
Yeah, no,
It's on its way.
Slowly, my ass.
It's not that smart. If it's going to take over, it's going to be because people hand it over.
True. People program it.
It's not
To
you
take over.
Your refrigerator can't take over the world because it moves 10 feet and then it unplugs itself. So it's like
I'm telling you, AI, like artificial intelligence, it's gonna do something. And you know what the funny thing is we're gonna give it the keys.
very lawnmower man, right?
We're gonna
Sure,
give it the keys.
Somebody
Not even
with a lot
lawnmower.
more intelligence will give it the keys.
Like-
not exactly us, But
no, listen, the Terminator is going to happen in our lifetime.
So it's it's going to be. What is it? What was the name of the company from
Skynet?
Skynet.
Go get your tin hat.
Skynet.
And sit down.
You don't need a tin hat.
Let's do the damn podcast.
You don't need a tin hat. We're doing the podcast.
We're podcasting right now. We are.
Yeah, I know. Did you forget?
Yeah.
We talk like this today? Between the shots.
No, we're not going to talk about cars today. We're going to talk about how Arnold Schwarzenegger's T100. Oh, look at that. Look at Paris.
Smart 4.2s can take over the world, though. On a serious note, I use AI all the time in the shop. It's a great tool, but right now it's so dumb it can't do anything meaningful. There you go.
Shh. Pipe down over there, okay? I'm trying to prove a point here.
Okay. Go ahead. What's your point?
That we're going to get taken over. The Terminator is going to happen. Skynet's going to come up. We're going to fall. D-Day is going to happen. It's just
D-Day. D-Day happened in the 1930s.
There's going to be another D-Day.
Don't lose
Judgment
sleep
Day.
Over it, all right?
I lose sleep over it. I lose sleep over it all the time.
Well, that's the thing that gets me is especially with the new rules they're putting into cars for like you can't drive them a certain way. If they think you're drunk, you can't drive. Like all that stuff. Like, yeah.
Oh, look at. Don't make me blow up your phone. I'll do it. Watch me. Hey, listen. You calm down there, sir. Calm down.
Take a deep breath.
Woosah.
All right, I want to see. I want to look at this. You sent me over a picture, Phil.
Oh boy.
Of this one, and
yes.
I want to know what's up with that.
So that's Import Expo 2024. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this show in town yet. I've seen a couple out of state, but there's a lot of new. Well, not new. There's a lot of different promoters and like tours coming up towards New England. Like I just did Tuner Evo. That was the first time that they were in New England, and it was a good time.
Okay.
Some different. They were very. What I've been noticing a lot more with a lot of these shows that are coming up, like with these new promoters and new groups coming in, and then. Wow. Hey, Mark.
Mark says, Phil, Jay's guns are bigger than yours. Sorry, bud. And that totally derailed him. But that's okay. We'll go back to Paris racing. Big shows are getting big again. It's so harsh to do racing these days. People are reverting back to the 2001-esque car shows.
Yes.
Okay.
But no, I mean, but like honestly, what racing have we really had up here? Like, it's... there really hasn't been none.
Well, isn't there something they're doing with New England Dragway? Is there something? I feel like they're like on the cuff of like stopping or something, or a new board. Or something.
So I think New England Dragway I think is on borrowed time. To tell you the honest truth, I don't see it. I think it's going to be gone in the next couple of years, and I think they were talking about, from last I heard. People were buying it and it was going to be turned into like a development or something like that. But I'm not 100% sure. That was just hearsay. I'm not sure.
I really wish they would do like a race event at like an airport, a local airport. Like
they do it. They do it all the time. Where? It's just not like
here.
Big sanctions. Yeah, we have stuff around the area.
But it's not public. But it's not for the public. It's just for a certain group. You know what I mean? Because it's just like you know what the good thing about car shows is you can get everybody. Car show enthusiasts, people who aren't car show enthusiasts, idiots. You know what I mean? You get the whole plethora of people. Which, like with these people who are renting out the tracks and stuff like that, if you were to rent out, like, let's say, the airport in Taunton.
Yep.
Was to say, okay, Jay, you got this, but you're liable for everything. You're not going to make it public. You're going to be like, hey, Phil, hey, Primo, hey. You're going to call the people who know how to act and they have an idea of what they're doing, and you're going to be like, okay, this track day is for you guys, not to the public. Right. Because I wouldn't trust anybody, like, honestly, with racing and stuff like that. Like New England Dragway, I can only imagine,
what happened to the mass tuning, the race days or whatever? They still do those.
Do they?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At the track?
Yeah, they have track days all the time. See, here's the thing, and it's the thing, and I understand what Paris Racing is saying, because I agree with that totally, that people go out to the track and I want to race, and it's like $500 and there's all these rules and regulations that get people into it. But I tend to think that there's things like the SCCA. It used to be the cone racing.
Oh, I used to do
there's
that.
all sorts of club stuff that like Ford, Porsche, all those different ones. I still think they're out there. I just don't think that the info is getting out there to people. I think maybe it's the idea of like the same problem with kids want to do takeovers and get on social media. They're not thinking, oh, I can get to the track and do all this. Maybe there's a mindset change to it.
Like when I was in a
you got to pay for it.
When I was in a car club with Paris Racing back, Jesus, forever ago. We were a bunch of young kids in our early 20s, but we knew how to act. Like we used to go down to ADSI over at Quonset Point in North Kingston, Rhode Island, at the Air Force base, the abandoned airfield that they had over there. Mm-hmm. There's ADSI, so they would have a course in the morning. You would go into a course in the morning. It was from like 8 to 12, and they taught you how to drive. They taught you these different maneuvers and stuff, and you'd go there with your car. And then from 12 to I think it was 4 or 5. People like me, you, Primo could come in, and we'd pay $125, and they had cones set up, and you'd go and race the track.
Like autocross.
Like autocross, yeah. Like cone racing. Yep. And it was fun. It was the best $125 I ever spent, you know. And that was, I think that was the cheapest around. Like anywhere else you're going to go do autocross or anything like that, it's $350 for the day. Some people can't swing that. You know what I mean? AutoX is perfect. If they had local events closest place to that, host it all the way in the air.
So we used to have 3 places that we did it. We used to be Air, Devens, and Otis. Mm-hmm. Otis went away. I think Devens went away, and that left Air. And if you want to race those days, it's unfortunately you have to get up at 5 a.m, which a lot of these people who want to be social media famous don't know what that's like. So Danny says, if I'm not mistaken, Epping is $15,000 for the day to rent. And that doesn't include the timing team due for drag racing and ambulance. You know, I'm going to do some math here real quick. You guys talk. So 15,000. So let's see. 15,000 divided by what? Let's say 100 people. So that's $150 right there for each person. That's nothing.
But that's 100 people, right?
Right.
Okay, that's 100 people.
Right.
Yep. So let's just say
100 good people that aren't going to act a fool.
No, but it's not even 100 good people who are going to act a fool. Right. All right, it's 100 people, which means that's 50 passes. So you do a pass.
That's a lot. It's a nice set of passes.
You got to wait 49 more passes for you to do another pass. By the time 49 passes is done, you're probably going to maybe get 2 passes in that day.
Damn. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then on top of it, if there's a wreck or somebody spills oil, somebody leaks or anything like that, they got to shut it down, they got to clean it up, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, at the end of the day, 15,000 for the day, 100 people, 50 passes. It doesn't sound, but then when you put it into, like, realistic, you got to do your burnout. You got to burn out. You got to stage, then do your burnout. Then you got to get back into the staging area, line up, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of factors that go into it. And then you got to wait until they get to the end, gets off, comes back around. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why when we do the 22 rally stuff, these guys get a lot of runs during the day, but there's a lot of stuff that they don't, like you're not allowed to time your laps. And there's some other stuff that not like officially time your lap. So you go out there and you're basically just enjoying the track for a certain amount of time. And they do have instructors and stuff that teach people how to race. So it's those little events. That's my thing is I think you should have the little events where you learn how to race. You get into it, you get addicted to it, if you will. Yeah. And then you have somebody that's official or a big official event that's the one you pay. Okay, I want to get serious. Okay, you want a trophy. Now you do pay $500 to do a race, and that makes sense to me. But that's the thing is I think that if some of these events, I guess, is taking them too seriously when it's like a drift event. How hard is it to put get a driveway, put little cones and stuff, and have people do a drift event. And now they have something to do if that's really what they want to do. I think there's ways of making this work. And the other thing is if the people aren't racing and we have tracks out there that say, look, we have downtime, the more groups that go out there and join up with these clubs and give them stuff to rent and go, look, this is your fee. Like, hey, let's work on something to work with this area, but we're not going to do one event. We'll do 200 events, but at a reduced cost. Maybe they'll work with you and get more track time.
So we have a call-in guest.
We do?
Yes.
Okay, who is it?
Paris Racing.
What is he saying?
He told me, he's like, call me. I have a lot of input on this. So we're gonna try something.
Let me try it. Yeah, let's see if we can get the microphone thing. Put him on speaker.
Oh, didn't think you were actually going to call me in.
Hi, this is Car Grumps live on.
Welcome to the Car Grumps. Make sure you have your thing turned down because it'll be bad if we hear it on the thing here.
Yeah, I have it muted.
Yeah, good.
All right.
So, I've tried setting up local autocross, and nobody in the area will insure it, and that is the biggest problem. If you can find somebody to insure the event so you can rent somebody's space, it's going to cost you more to do that than it would be to, drive up to Epping, rent the track for a day and do that. That's the biggest issue. Is it really comes down to how expensive it is and how hard it is to do something like that in this area.
Can you guys hear me?
So I can hear him fine.
Oh, okay.
So here's the question is how do we fix it so that it works?
You would need to find a local business who would be okay with taking on some of the liability, and
so a sponsor.
Find an organization that would back it. And unfortunately, in this area, that's not really going to happen because the places that would. The places that would be involved in something like that or think that it's cool or whatever, they're not going to be able to afford it. The auto auction. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
They get the space too.
So you're telling me that we're just shit out of luck?
No, the only way it's gonna get fixed is we need to get the car community to back off a bit on being stupid on social media, and then as soon as the reputation of racing changes to a better public light, you'll have local laws relaxed, you'll have businesses that see it more as a business advertising opportunity, and you'll see it get bigger. It's just right now the atmosphere around it is just not great, and it's hurting the community more because the less racing people can do legally, the more illegal stuff they're going to do, which is going to make the reputation worse, which is going to lead to more racetracks closing down, which is going to make the reputation worse, and it's just it's a cycle.
Yeah.
So that's
that
right.
The opportunity right there to bring it back into a better light and get people, to support legal racing to get these kids out of the streets and doing their illegal.
Right. Yeah. And like you look at a place like Seekonk Speedway, they have the spectator drags. If you can get a place like Seekonk Speedway during their downtime during the week to host like afternoon track days where they set up like a little kidney bean shaped course or something like that, and everybody signs the waiver, you'd get a lot of people that would get all that angst out on an actual racetrack legally.
I'd be there in the smart car.
There's no money in it. What'd you say?
I said I'd be there in the smart car.
So the next spectator drags, we can.
Huh?
Are you gonna enter the next spectator drags? 4th of July.
I might.
That would be
we just have to figure out launching
awesome.
that thing first.
I got to get my tires.
Did you hear him? Did you hear me? He goes, now we got to figure out launching that thing first.
Right. We've created a whole group of new problems. So yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
But yeah, there's a way to get to it. It's just it's going to take a very large group effort and a lot of time and money. So you just have to find somebody that has a lot of extra time and a lot of extra money.
I think what we should do is we should have him on next week. He should just come out to the show. Is he available Wednesdays?
We're going to have to, because he's in the garage.
Yep.
Like 24/7.
Yep.
We're going to have to get him on the computer.
Yeah, we can do that. That's
Yeah.
easy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
We'll pull up the old internet thing and have him on as a connected guest.
The
that's
intro
easy.
webs.
It sounds like he's got a good connection, so that's positive.
Oh yeah, he does. Let me tell you.
Fantastic internet connection.
Here we go. Oh boy, don't get him going.
Yeah,
please.
Newport's been bad about the exhaust
All right,
for a long
sir.
time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
This is our first call-in guest right there. That's awesome.
That was pretty
Yeah.
badass. That
I
was
liked
cool.
it.
I
It was
liked
good. It came through like clear as
Yeah,
a bell.
it did.
I was like really on
hearing
point.
it
That was
through
awesome.
These, headphones. I love these things.
So Danny was saying that over in Newport they have microphones testing exhaust. They've been
Yeah.
doing that for a while. They were really giving bikes a hard time for a long time.
Still are.
Yeah, still are. You know.
I have it right. My sound checker is right over there in the corner. That's when we do preamps for people that are going to the track. We have our tester, and I pull the tester out, and I can run the test and tell you if you're going to be allowed at whatever track.
really?
I have to say, like Lime Rock is my favorite track around here, and it's the hardest one to like get past for sound. Like your car would never pass.
My car would be fine, right?
Whose car
Yours
would never
would
pass?
probably like Jay's car would be fine, but any of our other cars probably not.
I would be fine.
Just slip a little silencer in there, you know.
No, there's no silence in that thing.
Salente.
You're gonna have to.
That thing, just from
You have to
stock
baffle
exhaust
it,
and a big
baffle
old
it.
cutout works on my 300 horsepower cube. Yeah, that cube is no, that cube is stupid. No, that cube is stupid.
That's
like,
funny.
That thing is.
Man.
He's like, yeah, take it for a ride. He goes, hammered in third. I'm like, all right, fine. So like, he gets so pissed off at me because I am like a gentle giant. Like I don't.
So we would get along great.
It was like, huh?
I said, so we would get along.
Oh,
great.
hell
I
yeah.
got a
He'd
lead
be like,
foot.
mad it to the floor. Like him, he gets so mad. Like, I'll go out and data log something, and I'll come back. He's like, dude, you didn't go over 20% throttle. I was like, yeah. He's like, no, you got to put it through the floor. And I was like, if I put it through the floor, then we got to fix it. Oh,
That's the fun of
this.
this.
He gets so mad. But then I took the cube for a ride. I hit third gear and I just push it to the floor. All of a sudden, started breaking. I'm like, oh,
Damn.
I'm like, oh shit.
In the cube.
Yes,
That's
yes,
wild.
yes. And you would never like this thing looks. You look at it and you're like, huh, has a factory exhaust and everything. He's like, yeah. He's like, I have it set up on the fuel tech. The cutout opens up at 7 pounds of boost, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, dude, those fuel techs. Those are insane. Like,
Yeah, you were telling me earlier how you got it set up for the smart car.
You know what? We should show the pictures right here of this.
It's insane.
Of this bad boy
Bam!
right here.
Look at that little baby. Little baby.
It's a little nitrous express bottle, but look at the size of it in his hand. Like, it's just so cute. Like
it's adorable.
You got a big old hand too, so people.
No,
I don't
that's
think
not even
people
my
realize.
hand. That's Paris Raisins' hand.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
okay. I haven't
It's
seen him in real life,
adorable.
so I don't know.
Bam.
So here, let's
know
put
you
it.
got
See it
cheeseburger
installed.
hands.
Look at that. Look how adorable that is.
It does look very nice. So.
It looks
pretty
nice
awesome.
and it looks cute, but it's like when that valve opens, it's violent.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's all you hear is just loud pling,
Yeah.
and then and I'm like,
And that's just Phil breathing.
yeah. No, it's like, yeah, it's a little silly. It's a little silly.
So Paris says his hand is half the size of Phil's. So that works. Yeah, okay.
No, but we use the nitrous because the turbo is way too laggish down bottom. And that nitrous is just to spool the turbo. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna blow it up." I'm like, dude, you can't blow something up with a progressive 15 shot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, no.
That sounds pretty interesting.
It can
we-
handle the motor.
It's so
fine.
cute.
Can we do that with the RS5?
Good. Listen, he's right there.
Right.
He's right there. This man is a magician.
No, we got to
He
have
is
him on
like-
the old online thing here. We'll have him connected via the. We'll use the other app or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to work. So we've been trying to work on doing. I got to get these guys to sit down and set up so we can test the mobile rig.
Yeah.
And once we get the mobile rig, then we'll be looking at doing something a little bit mobile, hopefully in the next week.
Oh,
or
look at him.
two.
He's like,
So
what am I doing? You're putting nitrous on an RS5.
Don't say what am I doing. It's yes, I am ready to go. There you go. We work on regret post whatever we do.
No, I have no regrets with
We'll
my
50
smart
shot.
car. I showed up at a shop and I just wanted a nice straight pipe. That was it. I just wanted a straight pipe of a smart car. And I was like, I just want a nice little rumble. I said, that's it, because there was nothing like, there was no parts, no nothing for this car. So I was like, all right. So I did that and a bigger heat exchanger just to make it like look cooler up front. So like when you look in the front, it looks like there's a big massive intercooler, which is just a big massive heat exchanger. And then it went from that to like, oh, let's do a bigger turbo wheels, to, oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do that. And then, oh, let's put a fuel tech in it. And I'm like, oh, the thing's going to rip. Oh, yeah.
FR Garage shows up for exhaust, leaves with 3 times OEM working horsepower. That's our motto.
Yeah.
Good, I like it.
I showed up. The first day that I showed up there, I had just a straight pipe and a little heat exchanger. We put it on the dyno, made like a little shy of 80 horsepower, right? And that was it.
Yep.
That was it. To the wheels. Just, all right, cool. So then we were trying to figure out how to tune it. There was no like tuning capability or nothing like that. And then so we started kind of doing like a few, like we did like a bigger turbo wheels. Like we got a factory turbo and then sent it out to a company, had bigger wheels put in it, turbo wheels, and then put that on a couple other bolt-ons. It made like 92 horse. We're like, yeah, sick. And the thing, like, even at 92 horse, the thing ripped. And it was just cool though, because everybody's like, oh, I had the dyno sheet screenshot on my phone, and I'm like, oh yeah, look at this. And then I was showing people like, oh shit, you gained like 7 horsepower and 8 foot-pounds of torque. That's big dick numbers for what you did. I'm like, yeah. Now I'm walking around and I'm like, yeah. I was like, I got 212 horsepower to the wheels and 200 foot-pounds of torque, 36 pounds of boost, and people are like even like Rex's face last week when he was like 30. What? Like, it's insane. And you know what scares the shit out of me? That car has done, we were talking about it the other day, it's done like right around 100 dyno passes.
Damn.
And like at the beginning of the day when he's going to put it on the dyno, does a compression test, checks all the cylinders, and then at the end of the day,
it's okay to be a smart car episode.
Does another compression test, and all the numbers have been the same since day one.
Nice.
And like he's just insane. Like I watch him on the like he'll be tuning stuff and I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's all just crazy. And I'm like, ugh.
So he says the scary part is the transmission is only rated for 250 Newton meters, and we're at twice that. So he's at 500. That's funny.
No, but I mean, the car handles it. Like we've had, like there's been a lot, because like, and I get really nervous really fast. And like, there's nothing for me to be nervous about, but that's just how I've been my whole life. I'm the biggest worrywart you'll ever know, like you'll ever meet. Like I just worry. Like if I'm not worrying,
I've seen a car explode, so I have it by nature.
Let's calm down there. Like if I'm not worrying, then something really bad's happened. But I'm just like the biggest worrywart. I'm always nervous. Like, oh my god, is this person happy, or is that gonna break, or this? Like it's in my DNA. And like he gets so pissed off with me because like one little hiccup and I see like numbers that aren't supposed to be there, like on the, because I'm learning how to read everything, and I'm like, look at, see, I've never seen Phil data log with more than 70% throttle. Funny. Yeah, no, but like, that's good. But like, if the car does like one little hiccup and I look at the fuel tech or whatever gauge and I just see like a number that I'm not used to being there, oh, his phone starts ringing. It doesn't matter. 1 o'clock in the morning, I'll be calling him. I'm like, dude, he's like, Phil, it's fine. And I'm like, it's not. I was like, because a car's not supposed to be doing that. And then like, and the car does not like this heat actually. Hates this heat.
Nothing likes this heat.
Oh my God, it hates this heat.
Yeah, we're supposed to, so we're at 95 degrees today, but then during this week it's supposed to keep getting hotter until it starts raining. 95
with like a real feel of 102.
Yeah, that was probably what it was. Yeah.
And then tomorrow is supposed to be a real feel of 110.
I love it. It's great.
No, you shut up.
I love it.
Don't
I didn't know.
Shut up.
Low, very low humidity.
What you say.
Very low humidity, and it's
shut
golden.
up,
Zero
Primo.
humidity is my favorite. So
I can tell you 'cause I'm burnt. I look like a lobster. Yeah.
98 in Connecticut by noon. All right.
yeah,
Mass
Saturday
Underground,
night.
Tingsboro, AMC. Saturday night car show per Danny McCann.
Woohoo, man.
7 p.m.
Mass Underground. That kid, he's doing stuff. He's doing a good job.
He seems to be putting in some work. It's out there. So.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like that, Paris? I'm singing.
Paris, like, does he do that in the shop, or do you just rev every time he does it?
Oh, no.
Couldn't hear you.
No, usually when I'm at the shop, he's trying to figure something out and he's getting pissed off, and I'm trying to like look intelligent, and I sit like there's a little stoop there, and I sit on it, and I'm trying to look intelligent, like trying to think, and I have no idea what's going on.
Right.
Like I look like Dory.
See, you're supposed to be like this. Yes, I see. I'd like to concur with that. Put a little bit more of this and that, and then you'll make you look perfect.
Yeah, I know. And the funny thing is I've said some dumb stuff that I didn't think would be relevant to like some of the issues with some things, and he'll be like, "I'll try that." And he was like, "Damn it, Phil, you're a genius." And I'm like, I didn't do nothing. I have no idea. I was just talking shit.
Imagine the power of 70% throttle. Just saying.
I don't know. I don't go past 25. Dude, I am the biggest grandma driver you'll ever meet in your life.
That just does not compute for me.
I
just
drive
don't.
like
I can't
an old
see you
friggin'
driving
lady.
like
Oh yeah.
grandma.
Yeah, the days of the lead foot are gone. Gone.
See, this is.
You want to see?
It's an age thing, and maybe some Dr. Pepper, but I don't know, one or the other. We got. I don't get mad until Phil says I have a stupid question. At that point, I want to smack him. No such thing. I got off when he says this crap.
Yeah, I go out. He gets pissed. I'm like, "Hey, I got a stupid question." He's like, "There's no such thing," and I'm like, "Oh my god." I'm like, "Oh shit." I was like, "Yep."
There's no such thing as stupid questions. Only stupid people.
Hey, DX Snap is back.
With 3 asterisks.
What the?
Which may be blocked by the filter. Men. There you go. AMEN. There you go.
Amen. And a.
But it's just like, but it's just like sometimes like I think about it, I'm like, everybody.
You said think about it, and then I saw every gear in your head crash into each other. It was like,
yeah, I don't think well. Let me tell you, the heat's been killing me. I'm a hot mess.
Do you have AC in the car?
Hell no.
Okay, well, there you go.
No, and that motor generates a lot of friggin' heat.
See, I'm going to tell you a secret. If you don't have AC and you need more air, you just drive faster.
No, because when I drive faster, the motor generates more heat, and it comes through that friggin' floor.
It's in the back, isn't it?
It is, but it like circulates around the front. You know what?
You just like you like complaining, don't you?
No, I'm telling you. Dude, I'm telling you.
All right, I'm just saying.
Telling you.
All right, tell me.
I just did.
Okay, tell me.
Tell me more.
Phil can't drive faster. He's not capable. We have established that. Okay, fair enough. Yep.
Hey.
We're gonna get the sign in the back too. Just like, I can't do this. My 60-year-old mother drives more aggressive than him. Why does that just not seem logical to me? I'm like, I can't see it. So, all right.
Oh. And like,
Danny McCann. I love this. I'm about to do a windshield delete with the heat. The upgrade that nobody expected, but everybody wants.
Yes. Oh, so shout out to Import Evolution with their Easy Pie meat tonight.
Yeah,
everybody must be baking their balls and titties off over there.
Well, you know what?
It's cooling down.
Big old Dr. Pepper cheer to those guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
Tag them in this and be like, yo!
Yeah, tag them up.
Tag them.
Yep. I hope they're having a good one tonight. Who was this guy recently that passed away? I knew him from Horsepower TV, but
Joe.
yeah. What was his name?
Joe.
Joe. There you go, Joe. All right.
Yep.
But no,
That's
really. Can you believe that dude was like 80 years old?
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta be shitting me.
No, that was like they're like, yeah, he was like 80, and like, wow. Okay, still doing shows and everything. So
wow. I remember being a kid. All my friends would be watching Saturday morning cartoons, and I'd be watching Saturday morning Horsepower TV.
Oh, Stacey David in Horsepower TV. That was my like. When cartoons stopped, that was my new thing.
I loved Horsepower TV.
Yeah, and the idea that now they have all their YouTube stuff and all the different social media things.
See,
it's
Like, I don't know. A lot of people, like, the funny thing is like with this whole YouTube, people are like, oh, yeah, this guy's a YouTuber, and they say his name, and I'm like, I have no idea.
That's because you work. You're not like the rest of the people in your millennial generation.
But it's not even. But that's not even the It's not even the point.
Yeah.
I feel like social media has taken away a lot of the experiences that like this younger generation is never going to experience, like Saturday morning cartoons or Saturday morning like Horsepower TV,
Bugs Bunny,
or like whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? They don't have
now
that.
Now it's on demand. Now they
exactly.
can search every
like,
show that they want.
I remember like waiting
and binge it,
and it's just like waiting, and then the best thing is you'd wait a week for like a Horsepower TV marathon. Yep. Like they would have a thing like a Horsepower TV marathon, or like I loved Star Trek when I was a kid. Like the Star Trek marathons, I never missed them. And I would see the commercial.
That's pretty cool.
You know, and I was like, yes. And then like my stepmother said, like playing outside. Yeah, no, they're never gonna experience this shit. And they're never gonna experience like
well, they could if they just pick it.
No, exactly, but they don't.
Yeah, but they don't.
They don't. But the funny thing is they don't know what it's like.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
They don't know what it's like not having it, because I remember not having it when I was a kid. I was always playing outside.
It makes me wonder what places like Italy and France and I know the UK per se, but like all those places that have different kind of like perceptions of social media and stuff. But I know obviously like I think China and Japan's probably like engulfed in like TikTok is their thing, but like they even use it as training tools. So, but I just feel like, there's somebody in Greece that's just like sitting in a building someplace that they've done for the last like whatever years and handing it down to generation after generation. But what is it? Where's that place at? The guys with the cars.
The guys with the cars?
Not Puerto Rico. Shoot, it's like Colombia or whatever.
What?
They have all their old cars.
Oh, Cuba.
Thank you.
Yes,
Jeez,
Cuba.
I was thinking of
Yeah, like
so
no.
those guys. Yeah, that's their whole thing is their job is based on just building that car and doing all that stuff, and that's their world.
But the thing is in Cuba is the world shut Cuba off.
Right.
Because of Castro's rule. And they didn't while he ruled that was the biggest I think that was the biggest communist country in the world. And so they shut the whole world shut Cuba off.
Yep.
Kind of like North Korea right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Cuba,
they outlawed the cars too, so the cars that they had were the cars that they had.
Now
so
they just had to work with what they had.
Right, exactly.
Like if you look kind
of like what will be like when they ban gas cars in 2035.
Yeah. but the funny thing is so this is I'm gonna bring in Fast and the Furious for a second. Like Fast and the Furious has a lot of people oh, that movie stretched so far, and yes, it was. But one of the biggest thing is I think it was Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
I think it was
that one.
8.
Yeah, sounds good.
8, the one with the lady with the dreadlocks.
Sure.
I think it was.
I'm so lost.
I remember the scene you're talking about already. So
Fast and Furious. It was right in the beginning, and they're looking at they're in Cuba, and they're looking at all these cars, and it's all the cars from the 50s, the Bel Airs, and all that stuff. Yeah. And he looks, and he goes. Dom says in Spanish, he goes, a boat motor, and the guy goes, yeah.
Yeah,
but that's the real thing, because as soon as they called it when Cuba,
I was actually hoping you'd actually say boat motor in Spanish.
Motor del barco.
There you go.
Motor del barco.
That's
in Portuguese. That's in Portuguese.
There you
go. That's what they did. There was once they called it when people started going to Cuba and stuff like that, they said they were opening Cuba's doors, and people from the United States, they were going over to Cuba, And there was people they had like little Mitsubishi diesel motors and like these 55 Bel Airs. Mm-hmm. The motor took a shit. They needed a car to get back and forth to whatever they were doing, the little job that they had. You know what I mean? They needed a car to go. And they made it work. They made it work. Like they said.
Put the thing with their, if you ever get a chance to look up their history, there's actually a movie on it, how they fought to be able to race and drag race in certain areas. There's so much history of old cars there. That's amazing. Oh, yeah.
So, but that's all they had. Like, even if, like, people were saying they had...
Danny says boat motor swapped the smart car.
Yeah, no.
Put a Honda motor in there.
Oh, here we go. Don't give him any ideas.
Don't give him ideas.
But they said, like, that place was still stuck in the 50s. Like, it's just, like, all the appliances and stuff like that. Could you imagine just being shut off from the whole world?
Well, the one that I saw was these guys were going back to Chernobyl, and there's a babushka or babushka, something like that. Yeah. It's basically the Russian term for an old woman that makes her own alcohol in her house and everything. And she was the most coolest looking lady ever. She's like, the second you come in, you gotta eat. You're gonna get fed. But I see this old TV with the old VCR thing in the bottom of it, and like, that lady's never watched TV. I don't even know why it's in her house. Like, but she's like living in the exclusion zone, happy as can be. So yeah,
Babushka's got to show some kind of like civilized.
It's a babushka. I'm like, I never heard of that
babushka.
No, but it's a nice one.
Oh, man.
It's nice.
Bo Suzuka pipes out the back with the boat motor swap on the smart car. No, not feeling that. Okay.
No, come on, you guys are killing me. I actually was watching a bunch of Bazooka or whatever. Bosuzuko videos the other night, dude. Those cars, those crazy cars in Japan pipes with like the crazy pipes and like
the gigantic like heart-shaped tips and star-shaped exhausts that go like 20 feet in the air.
What's up, Ma?
What favor did we want to say? Yes, we will do you a favor.
Yes, we'll do you a favor.
We're all going to wait for your favor.
Yep, we're waiting.
The whole entire show is waiting. Share this. You just shared it. It's right there.
Yes.
Go. I don't know what it is.
I think.
What do you think it is?
That's the Project Panda show.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I think we did share that. I need to get a new image
share
for
more.
Imagine if that culture hit America, that DOT and EPA would have a piss fest. It's very true.
But yes, so actually, I'm going to take a second and we're going to go off topic.
Off topic.
June 30th, Project Panda, Deep Pond Farms. This next week, like this week and next week, is crunch time. If anybody wants to donate a raffle prize, please get in touch with myself or Alicia D'Souza. We're trying to get some raffles for the show to generate as much money as we can for little Maggie. She suffers from drop seizures, and the family's trying to handicap-proof the house. They got a grant for like $15,000, but it costs like $150 to do what they need to get done. So we're trying to help out as much as we can. I've seen the car community work plenty of wonders with things like this. So if you guys are feeling super generous and want to donate a raffle prize or something like that, let me, Alicia, Paul Mendonca know. Or if you guys want to come out, it's $20 a car, $5 a spectator. Come on down.
I just want to say that wasn't off topic.
You guys take cash as well, right?
Cash, card.
There you go. I'll put 20 towards it.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
See, this is generosity. Thank you.
No problem, brother. Always to a good cause.
No, yeah.
We didn't set that up, by the way. That just
happened.
No, it just happens.
That was El Natural.
Natural.
My heart. I do have a heart somewhere.
No, you do. Oh, shut up.
Why can't I not see what that? She made a comment. Now I'm looking at the live chat. I'm like, I can't see it. I want to try to share it.
What's it
separately.
Say?
Well, with the link that she put on.
Oh, that brings you right to the Facebook.
It's got to be in there, so it probably just it's cycling, and when it's done being a live show, then it'll probably pop.
Oh, probably.
Yep.
I'm missing all kinds of goodness that weekend, but that's my weekend to go up to Maine.
No, hey, listen,
I hop on the dirt bike and try not to kill myself.
Hey, listen, I don't.
But I wish you guys the best though, and the next event I will definitely be there for sure.
Oh yeah. No, it's fun. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Now you put on. Was there a drive-by, years back for Maggie?
Yeah, that's what
I did one years ago.
Thought. Yeah,
and I brought the drone out, and I swear it was that one. But
was it at the mall?
No. This one was in Taunton. It was it was the backside of Taunton, out that way somewhere. I don't know. I'm terrible with directions.
That way,
maybe.
I've done so many videos,
dude. I did listen during that whole COVID, all that whole Cars for Kids things. Like we were booked solid for
I remember it was wild.
It was crazy. Like we were doing 6 a day after.
I was showing up on my bike to a couple events.
Yeah. I was doing 6 a day after work.
Sure.
And then the weekends, like Saturdays, they would start. I couldn't make it like Saturdays because I worked until the afternoon. They would start like 10 o'clock in the morning. They'd be still going at like 6, 7 o'clock at night.
That's awesome.
And Sunday was the same thing. And it was crazy. That's where I actually met Paul and Maggie and all them was Paul showed up in a minivan with his wife. And he was dressed up like a panda bear. He's like, "Hey, can I come and do the?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm I'm like looking at this guy. I'm like, "What are you doing in a panda suit?" But this is also the COVID pandemic, and there's a bunch of weird
what
shit.
A different time, huh?
And like, I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then he explained to me. He's like, "Yeah." He told me what was going on with Maggie, and the reason why he was dressed like a panda bear was because that's her favorite animal.
Oh, that's cool.
He did that for his, he was doing it for his daughter. He wasn't. It was crazy because it was a selfless thing. He was helping out other people, but the reason why he was out doing it was because his daughter. You know. Yeah. Sorry, boys, and thank
Shout
you.
out
Kids
to Paul.
pull
Don't
my heartstrings.
apologize. Yeah.
No, that's my stepmom.
Yeah.
That's my stepmom.
But she don't need to apologize.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but she's very. My stepmom is fucking awesome because it's just like I'll get these little ideas like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a car show, charity car show, and then I'll have this stupid idea and I'm like, which way did he go? Oh my god, there's a squirrel. I'll have this idea and she's like, well, so what are we doing? And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, all right. One day we did a car parade for this little boy Finn. You were actually there, Alan. It was at the Galleria
Yes, I
Mall.
was. Yep.
So we stopped doing the Cars for Kids things.
We actually filmed being the whole drive too.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. So we stopped. We stopped. We were all done. Me and the actual group. Oh, pipe down, Ma, will ya?
Trust me, Phil interrupts way more. If you want to have fun with it,
He's
just send random text messages that make no messages, and you got him. He's like squirrel.
No, but so we stopped, and I didn't want anything to do with the car parade no more. I wanted nothing to do with it. So Finn's mom put on Improving Taunton or something like that. Hi, my name's Sharon. I'm looking to do a car parade for my son Finn.
You're like, okay, one more.
No, people were tagging me left and right. I think I had 30 or 40 people tag me in
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
And I went to it. I saw, hi, my name's Sharon, and I'm looking to do a birthday parade for my son. That was it. I didn't read no more. And she had a hefty what was going on. I wanted nothing to do with it. So then she calls me later on that day. She's like, so what are we doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? What are we doing? I was like, I'm working. She's like, no, what are we doing? I'm like, what? I'm like, what am I missing that you're trying? And she's like, oh, the parade. I said, I ain't doing a parade. I said, I read the first sentence. I'm not doing it no more. And then she goes, okay. She goes, hang on a second. I said, all right. She pulls it up. Hi, my name's Sharon, and I have a 2-year-old son named Finn. I was like, yeah, I got that far. And she was like, he has stage 4 rare brain cancer and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, why are you doing this to me? I'm like, why? So then I'm like, all right, let's see what we can do. I got everybody who ran the group with me before. I talked to them, and everybody was on board. Then all of a sudden, my phone started ringing. It's Kiss 108, Fun 107, 92 Pro FM, channel, what is it, channel 25 or whatever, and then another Fox channel. I'm like, all these people, I'm like, where'd you guys get this number? I was like, they were like, oh, hi.
This isn't
I don't know.
And, yeah. And, it was insane. And the funny thing was I called the police station, I called the fire station, right? And they're like, yeah, we're not doing the birthday parades no more. It's unsafe, and we strongly advise you not to do them, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Unsafe.
So, they used to fight with me. The cops would show up, and they're like, oh, you got to disperse. I'm like, I ain't dispersing shit.
Right.
No. Yeah, right. And they would get like there was a couple of rookies, and I was just like, yeah, here we go. I'm gonna end up getting arrested today. No, there was a few times I thought, because I'd stand my ground. I'm like, dude, I was like, we're not doing anything wrong. I was like, people were actually like, we stayed 6 feet apart. We had masks on, the whole 9 yards. Like, we played it to the T, and like, I was very against all that stuff, but I did it just so we could do it.
Just to
and they
appease
still
the
busted
sheeple.
my balls, and it was crazy. But anyways, I called the police station, the fire station. They told me no. So I'm like, all right, fine. Then all of a sudden, here comes a bunch of police cruisers. I was like, here we go. And then I saw the fire trucks, and I'm like, what is this? So I make my way over.
Then the SWAT truck.
Yeah, I make my way over, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're...
What's the helicopter?
Yeah, they were like, oh, yeah, we're here for the birthday parade. I was like, I called you guys this morning. You guys told me no. Both of you, both parties, fire and police. I was like, so you guys get on your merry way. I was like, get out of here. And everybody's like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't want to. They told me no, and they think they're just going to show up. I was like, no. I was like, you told me no. I don't need you no more. Keep going. They're like, oh, it's per order of the mayor. And I'm like, oh, I was like, she calls and we can do it. But like me, I call and I'm being gentle. I was like, great, you know. And I made sure they were like, oh no, the mayor leaves parade. I was like, not today. I was up front. Can't bet your ass. But it was honestly like it was. I think we had over 500 like cars, trucks, SUVs, jam packed with people. People were giving them gifts, giving them presents.
I'm kind of bummed that we don't do more of that stuff now.
I mean, but you know what? The thing is the time is over. You know, people can have cookouts. People can have birthday parties. That's when it wasn't like. That's when it wasn't like everything. Everything that was normal was out. Like all our rituals, everything that we did, like that we were used to, went out the window. So we did, like, me and a couple of friends. We just put together something just to kind of like, and it gave us a means to congregate together also, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it worked for both parties. But it was fun. And then with my stepmother keeping fires lit up under my ass, I think it was 2 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. Little Finn's father passed away unexpectedly. And, Sharon's now a single mom with a boy who is fighting cancer. And what's our?
He was making a correction. He says it was more wholesome then, and Alicia says hour. So I don't know. Maybe it's a correction.
But yeah, so she goes, we got to do something. And I'm like, what do you want to do? She's like, we got to do a car show, something to generate money to help her out. And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, you know, let's see if we can get a parking lot in a couple of months. She's like, no. I ended up planning a whole ass car show. I'm so lost.
Just keep.
Okay. Yeah, don't even worry about this. Comments here. What I told you, it's like squirrel.
But yeah,
numbers.
Yeah.
Like I ended up like putting together in 4 days. I called it the Golden Tux for Ryan because you ever see that movie, The Wedding Ringer, with so he was like, you want me to do the Golden Tux? That's not, you can't pull that off. That can't happen. You can never do it. Nobody's ever done it. Blah, 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 blah. And I haven't seen anybody put together a car show and execute in 4 days. So I called it that, and we ended up like with that whole 4 days, we had like 2 picnic tables full of raffles. People came out of the woodwork. Like everybody got together, and we generated, what was it, Ma? Like $7,500, I think, or something like that. Like, and it was just like, holy shit! And it was on Memorial Day weekend.
Wow.
No, not Memorial Day. Labor
Day?
Labor Day weekend. So the last holiday weekend of like the year, the season. And like we still generated that amount of money.
Wow.
With 4 days of planning. It was nuts. She tells me, she's like, yeah, I got you the PACC for next Sunday. I was like, Ma, that's in 4 days. She goes, yeah, I know. You got a lot of work to do. I'm like, what the
Wow.
I'm like, the fuck? There you go, Brooks. Well, I let it slip.
She is a firecracker.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. I can see it.
No, I love her.
I mean, she's got to be down with your dad, Oh,
yeah.
I love that guy. He's awesome. Man, I seen him wilding out one time. It was on that job up in Norwell.
Oh, yeah.
I think everybody was a little.
What are you doing? Oh, yeah. It was hot as shit out that day, too.
It sure was.
Oh, dude.
Good times.
This heat needs to go away.
I'm just looking at my feed, like already, like there's the import stuff. You put it on, and now it's like, yeah, it's all over my feed.
She cracks the whip.
Yeah, she does. My ass. She gives my ass in line. No, she's very. My stepmom's fucking awesome, and I'm not saying that because she's watching.
When is the Panda thing again? The 30th,
June 30th.
Yes,
Project Panda at Deep Pond.
How long?
Farms.
So we got 10 more days?
Yeah,
in East Taunton, off of Dolan Circle.
Yeah, we got 11 more days.
Just keep driving straight down Dolan Circle. You'll run right into it.
So yeah, it should be. It'll be a good time.
Yeah,
it'll be a good time. We got a DJ. The farm's gonna be open. They're gonna have the food.
So
truck.
we got one more car grumps before that, so we can get a picture up on here.
Yep.
So send me something, and then we're gonna do a little bit of advert, and then she's gonna post up the link about 16 times.
Yeah. Oh, she'll keep going. She's very adamant. She's like, this is one thing she's very passionate about is helping people.
Hey Paul, let me know when those shirts come in. I gotta link up with you. Grab that. I want to rock that. I'll be wearing that to the gym for sure.
And Jose
my
says,
Project Panda.
if you need help, let me know. Still out of work.
No, Jose, I gotta, beside like my club, Silver City Stamps, I got a solid few, but there's some friends, out of the club with just people in general. I got a solid group of friends that, like, if I call them and I'm short with something or anything like that, at the drop of the hat, they'll be there. And Jose is one of them. He's been nothing but, he made us the trophies, actually, because we were supposed to do it last year and twice, and they both got rained out. Well, no, it's not even. It's funny because
everything got rained out last year.
No, because I saw the rain coming. I saw the rain.
True.
I saw the rain coming, and like I gotta like if you're gonna cancel something, you gotta do it a couple of days in advance because you gotta call the DJ, you gotta call the food trucks, you gotta call all this, and I'm like, all right, we gotta cancel, and I'd wait until Thursday night, and I'd still see 100% rain on Sunday, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm calling it. So I'd start sending out text messages late Thursday night, and the next morning they'd come through. Okay, all right. And then that Sunday it would be 80 degrees and sunny, and then so it was again, and then we were supposed to have some kind of hurricane, and waited until Thursday night.
Oh, and
I
it
got
went
nervous, and it just all the way up until Saturday night, and then Saturday night I looked, and it's like sunny, and I'm like, you son of a bitch.
I remember that storm. It was a big storm. Hooked right out to the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, and like I felt so bad. I told Paul, I'm like, all right, Paul, this one we got to cancel it. I said, but next one we're going for it. We're gonna be fine. And
rain
then
and shine.
Same thing happened, and then I got screwed. And Paul's been a trooper. He's been waiting for the show for the last year, and I feel such like an asshole because usually when I say I'm gonna do something, I want to get it done, over with, get them what they need, and then just call it a day. You know what I mean? I hate when people wait. And I'm just like, this poor bastard. I'm like, Paul, I got some bad news. He's like, yeah, I know. I see the rain. And I'm like, shit. But this Sunday, the 30th, I believe in you, Phil. You know what? You know what the funny thing is? You believe in me. There's a couple other people who believe in me. Let me tell you, I got to stop believing in myself because that's, let me tell you, I got a whole lot of self-doubt, Paul.
I'm going to try to get the wife to pull up in the Audi.
Playlist.
Yeah.
There you go.
Definitely.
Yeah. I thought I was using the Audi.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Huh? Yeah. Fine, I'll just walk.
Wow. Oh.
You can take the 7.3 if we'll make it there.
He's going to show up in his Lamborghini.
That would be me in your parking lot like the whole time. I'd just be like, there
he's going to show up in his Lamborghinis.
Yeah, right. Lamborghini.
Chevrolet.
That's awesome.
Oh shit!
Well, I will give you a Paulie the Panda hug.
Let me tell you.
Do you make noises when you do like? Do you have like a voice and everything? That
No,
would be
he
awesome.
hasn't. No, he'll have that panda helmet on and he whispers like,
Hello, my name is Paulie the Panda. That would be the best.
ASMR panda.
That would be awesome.
Phil, I love you, and he'll just like scream. And he's like, "Don't make it weird." And I'm like,
Don't make it
Jesus
weird.
Christ. And he starts laughing. Oh, Paul, you want to know what's something cool? Is a friend of mine, Glenn Haskell. Well, a friend of ours, Glenn Haskell.
He makes noises giving you a hug.
Yeah.
Our
Our friend Glenn Haskell, he actually donated. I'm just breathing because it's hot. Yeah, right. It's because I'm hot.
Right.
Put some nitrous in that suit. You'll be all right.
Which is hot, you or me?
So a friend of ours, Glenn Haskell, he actually reached out. He reached out to one of his friends, and he actually donated. They donated 4 Providence Bruins hockey tickets.
Nice.
For raffle for the thing, and I was excited because Paul loves hockey.
Yeah.
And there's a hockey team in Fall River that actually took on Maggie's logo, Maggie Strong and everything as their jerseys, and they actually went out and played their games as like Maggie's team, which is awesome.
That's amazing.
And they won some type of trophy, I think, or something like that. And Maggie was out on the ice with them, and they were taking pictures with the trophy and stuff like that. It's amazing. This little girl has been through some shit. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of people. She has a lot of support from a lot of different angles. You know what I mean? And nowadays, that's real tough. It's real tough, like being somebody who's dealing with something like that and actually getting support from people. And like she's got it all, and she's gonna be all right. You know what I mean? She's gonna be all right.
Oh, and also I might add that you should probably like and subscribe and hit all the cool buttons over there.
Oh yeah,
with the little thumbs up and everything. The thumbs up, and then do all that stuff while you're here. So what?
Are we there yet?
No, we're not there.
What's going on, guys?
Still 20 off. Somebody was sleeping.
What happened?
YouTube's still 20 off.
We're still 20 off. Yeah. Listen, we need 20 more subscribers to our YouTube channel. So just go 20. And like just and subscribe. 20. We need to get to 100. 100.
Swipe and look great.
And I got 4 accounts, so
like and subscribe. And then what happens when we get to 100 is that
T-shirt time.
Phil we're gonna give away a thing.
Listen, I'll go get a manicure.
He will walk around your house
without his T-shirt,
with the tank top on, and
tank top's coming off.
I need the blurb image. We got to do that next time. We have the one where you start to take off the shirt, and then it cuts to another image of like Jesus or something. Go, what are you looking at?
Yeah, Jesus like this. He's like,
yeah,
I see that.
Yeah, he's like, oh, what are you doing?
There was one.
T-shirts, no bottoms.
Yeah, it was like a girl lifting up her top, and then you start scrolling down, and all of a sudden, it's Jesus is like, you nasty motherfucker, and I'm like, oh shit.
I like how Danny just went full on with that. He's like, full-on Corvette bomber jacket at 100 subscribers.
Jesus
like, wow.
Christ.
Like, well, damn. I thought about getting monetized, but that's big thing there. But anyway.
Whoa, I need to actually go get a pedi.
A pedi?
Yeah, a pedicure.
Oh, pedicure.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know where we're going with
that. Just one time I walked in, I got a pedicure.
Oh.
And my stepmother was
What
there.
was that?
No, don't you dare.
With a surprise.
Fuck it. No.
Bye.
No.
Hey, guess what, guys? Car Grumps every Wednesday at 7 p.m. We're here on YouTube.
Shut up.
We're
Don't
on
you do it.
Twitch,
Fuck
Twitter.
I'm going to say all the fucks now.
Rumble, all sorts of stuff. Or an iHeart. If you just don't be an iHeart, you just want to listen to it. It's the next day. So,
June 30th.
It's all the things.
Deep Pond Farms, Project Panda.
Oh, sorry. I can't just interrupt that.
I'm going to throw the chair at you. Now I got to redo it.
You're
June
too tired
30th.
right now to throw that chair. I know I am too.
June 30th. Project Panda.
Yep.
Be there.
And we need an image, so next time you say it, we can put it up.
Yes.
Yep.
And then
there you go.
No, don't.
Not that image?
No,
okay.
Not that one.
Okay. Danny says if I had your address, I'd crash.
Danny, we got to have you on for an episode, dude.
That's what I said.
Come on down, Danny.
123 Dolan Circle, June 30th. That's Deep Pond Farms. Roll in. Oh, you better cut that shit out. Rolling starts at 11. The show kicks off at 12. We go to 4. We're going to have trophies.
4. Sorry.
I'm gonna have trophies.
Hurry and finish it up.
No, I'm gonna drag this shit out.
No, it's not. And we already leave. Goodbye,
drinks.
later, guys. Talk to you later. See ya.
That's it.
Yeah, pack it up.
This is bullshit.
Gotta do your thing. All right.
Wow, look at Jay. Jay's like, yep. Jay's got to
It's
pee.
been nice talking to you.
Wow. You know, I'll just sit here by myself and I'll keep going.
This is the Phil show
long.
now. Have fun,
I'll go
Phil.
all night long.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll go all night long.
Yeah.
So so yeah, it's just, you know, it's just crazy. Just the shit that I deal with on a daily basis with these guys. I mean, if you guys call in to Phil Talk,
It's the Phil show. There you go.
We can just.
Oh, it's so perfect.
Call in.
Today on ASMR with Phil.
I gotta look how brown my tooth is.
I know, right?
Ugh.
What is going on with that tooth? You how did you tan your tooth? Look at that.
Yeah, it was hot out, but I didn't know it was that hot. But yes,
You guys had no idea how crazy we got in here, did you?
call into K-Love.
Mm-hmm.
We have all your Christian and gospel music.
Today on Psychic with Phil,
Yes.
we have Phil
So
here.
we have our guest. She's a ghost. We have Beth. She died back in 1925, and she was buried beneath the basement. Wow. Beth, is there anybody that you want to reach out to? What? It's a black screen.
I just heard the peanut gallery in the other part of the house.
We got no signal. We got no signal on the TV.
I hit the button. That's funny.
Oh,
all
my
right.
God. Okay.
Well, on that note, okay, Jay,
But
get
Beth-
back into place because that'll wrap it up here. All right. So, all right, he's back. Get back. Yeah. So, I want to thank you guys for everybody for tuning in tonight. It's been a great show. As always, we told you this is no joke. We're an irreverent group of car guys that talk about everything we can, and we like to appreciate you guys diving in and seeing everything. I hope you really liked it tonight. We'll be back later. Remember the Panda Show coming up June 30th.
June 30th.
And there's
Be there
enough
or be
comments
square.
down there to not miss it.
Yes.
So you shouldn't have any problems.
Thank
so where's
you
my
guys
that
for
logo
support.
is legit.
Like and
you guys
subscribe.
have a great
No,
night.
Don't you